Hello and welcome back to the Hobby Shed. This is the first live stream and we're going to be putting some colours down on this Varag Ghoul-Chewer. So yeah, stay tuned, let's see how we get on. You can already see I've done skeleton horde already, but there's a couple of patches and I may just go over it a little bit more. Okay, so let's start with that. Right, so in the background I've created my own playlist using AI. It's a good way to avoid those pesky, issues that you get around copyright. So yeah, if you like that, let me know. I think AI is one of those things that we shouldn't be, everyone, you see it straight off the bat, AI trash. But it's a tool, it's to be used, it's going to be part of the future, I think, so it's good to be ahead of it. And I've had stuff in the past where I've used other sites and I've come foul because I've had copyright strikes on my content, even though I've paid for the license. So yeah, to me this is the way forward. Okay, so we're just going to keep going through and blocking out the colours on this now. We shall do, what colour should we do next? We shall do the pants. So for the pants I want Rattling Grime. We'll go with that. What's up, dog? You don't be barking. I've got the door open and my dog is in and out because he's flipping pain, if I'm honest. And he's running in and out with the ball. I hope you can't hear the other animals in the background. If my audio is a bit all over the place, please do leave a comment and let me know. And I'll look to make some fixes on that in the future. Okay. What are you working on at the minute? Is a good question to ask. What are you working on at the minute? If you're watching this after the fact, feel free to leave a comment for us in YouTube itself. Now I'm going quite light on the pants because his arm is going to be predominantly black. I'm not really painting him for any particular team. I just want him quite generic because I've got two orc teams and he can also play for the goblins, I believe, so yeah, I want him to be able to mix and match because I do have a goblin team as well, and the snotlings. Yeah, I forgot about them. I've got so much in this shed that needs painting. I reckon even if I retired early I probably wouldn't have the time to paint everything. The dog keeps dropping his ball, but every time I go and get it he runs away. Okay, so I'm going to bring up one second. I'm going to bring up a picture of our Varag. Let's just let that load a sec. Okay, so there's the box art, if you can just about see that. So yeah, I think I'm on the right lines with the trousers. Could potentially probably go a bit darker if anything. Okay, so let's keep going. think those are gloves up to about there on the fingers, eh? Yep. A second layer. I think a second coat might work best. Which might work quite well as well when we go back over and look at in fact that's an armour panel there, isn't it? So we'll skirt around that there. Now, no shame in saying, as I've gotten older, I've needed glasses to paint. My eyes are definitely not what they used to be, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Thankfully the dog's chilling out a bit now. I'm not too fussed about hitting the armour panels too much. Straps, I'm probably going to use a pen for the straps going afterwards. I've got a new pen to try out. Okay. Go over that again. Let's flip him upside down, get into these hands here. Trying to do it so you can still see as well. There we go. Get into that nook and cranny now. Okay. Right, green flesh next. So for green flesh, I'm literally using contrast orc flesh, and then we go from there. Okay, so let's start round the back here where we've got these big sections of the arms here. What are you squeaking at? He's squeaking again. Okay, I'm just trying to spread that over. Okay, let's just try bring that over. think he's actually lost his ball underneath me somewhere. He has a habit of hiding them. You're a little weasel, aren't you? That's what it is. He's dropping his ball all over my foot. What is it? What you got there? Is that your ball? Okay. See, we're already taking shape. The only thing is with this green shade, I prefer my bigger orcs, my darker orcs. Sorry, my bigger orcs, like your black orcs and your war bosses. I'm a bit old school in that I like them to have a darker flesh tone. In the old Warhammer rules, it was a case of, well, not rules, but like in the lore, a black orc was called a black orc because their green skin was a darker shade of green. So I tend to still stick by that mantra. I've been around the hobby a long time. I got into it when I was about 12, and I'm now coming up to 49, coming up to 49, and yeah, so you'd think I'd be a better painter by now, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can only work with the talents you've got, eh? There we go. Right, so slowly getting there, layering it up. It's already taking shape. Take some of that off there. Right, it's just gone underneath. Right, let's get on these legs. Because all the orcs in Blood Bowl seem to like 3/4 pants. Where's he gone? I think that in there is flesh as well, so we're getting there. Getting there. And then under there. I'm going to keep rotating it just to make sure I'm not really missing anywhere that's kind of poking between flesh, like there, see? Right in there. Just keep it out there. Okay. Right, so that's that bit. Contrast Blood Angel's red for his lock of hair. What we may end up doing is I may do shorter streams rather than longer ones, so okay. And then around the back. Ah, he's growling. I don't know if you're picking this up on the audio. Every time he drops his ball or growls at me to get it. But if I go to get it, he just runs anyway. Right, let's have a look. Just trying to make sure I've got everywhere. Alright, okay. Okay, then we are in with Black Legion next. Okay, so armor panels. That's what we're going to concentrate on. His cod piece under there. Let's get at that. The feet. Okay, the black panels are coming in. Need to get into that foot bit there. And I might just do this bit here as well. Hard to see what's happening there with that bit, so I may just black it all out. I can always go over it with some kind of metal effect later. do that. Then we got this segment here. He's just literally picking it up and dropping it. Get up, Bob. Get up. Okay. I think that's armour as well, so we'll get that blocked in. Dude's got some heavy plating. There we go. It's coming together, I think. They're going to be metal, and around. Where have you put it? How did you get it back there? Right, so where are we at? Let's get under here. In fact, round the back here. Big chunks of armour plating there. Now my channel was always supposed to be like, you know, the sort of stuff you kind of either watch while you're painting, but I think I like this idea of more of a social paint where, you know, get your stuff out, I'll sit here and stream and we can all join in together. You know, more of a social aspect. I think that way, I don't know if you're more likely to get your paints out. I know I've certainly struggled this last year. Sometimes life just has a hold on you, don't it, and you struggle to find that time. Just making sure I've got it all blocked in, especially that armour piece. Oh, there's another section there. Okay. Let's try coming at it from this way. And then I'll come at it from this way just to get under that hand. Okay. And then underneath the jawline there, and then underneath here, yeah, you can see that. Alright. I may just get a bit more just on these lower armour panels, because now they're dry they just look a bit grey, don't they? Not right black. And then I just rinse the brush a little bit, but for this section here I'm just going to literally go over this just to put some dark lines on there. I think it might just make it a bit better when I eventually come around with the metallics, for the metallic areas. There we go, just a there, and the chainmail that's coming down there, just to give it an extra black line over it. Like I said, I'll come down with the metallics, and I've got some of them. I've got a sweet box of metallic AK pens, and they're really quite good. I was quite surprised, so I'll show off them when we get round to it. Right, let's have a think about the ghoul on his back. So, my thinking is a kind of mix between Athonian camo shade and skeleton horde, just to try and give it a bit of a greenish look to it. So, a little dabble of Athonian camo shade and a little dabble of skeleton horde. I think that might give us let's have a look how that looks. So, oh, that's quite a different effect, isn't it? Okay. Might just do a bit of snakebite leather on these straps here. Stop your grumbling. Okay, I'm going to come back in with, while it's wet, just a bit more of that Athonian camo shade. Let's get in there with that, see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's a bit, yeah, I'm liking that, let's get that round. Okay. Okay, I think we can call that there. Have I got the pen with me? Let me just check. Ah, we do. So, I'll tell you what, we'll do some of the straps. Let's see how this looks. So this is a Army Painter speed paint of hardened leather. So what I might just do is do it on his belt. We'll just do his belt, and then if it's the right colour, we'll stick with that. Push the tip into the lid to load the paint. So, okay, push the tip into the lid. Ah, okay. Keep shaking it, let's have a look. Doesn't seem to want to play, does it? Ah, it's starting to come. You can just see it coming through there now. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, it's starting to come through. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. I'm not going to lie, right? If you've not used these pens before, honestly, give them a whirl, because they take a lot of the effort out. Now, the reason I got them for the metallics and things like straps is because it, like I say, it just takes that effort out of it. Okay. I'm just literally going to colour straps in wherever I see them then. Okay, so that one there. And then underneath. Okay. I got it from a hardened leather as well. I'm not going to buy them for every colour, but definitely hardened leather is one of those ones where, like, you know, like your Space Marine pouches, orc straps, leather, all that good stuff, you know, they've got pouches. I think it's just one of them where low effort, maximum effect, get it blocked in, and I think that has really worked quite well. And as a base colour, quite like that, because I'll probably block it in with some kind of shade as well. There we go. What do you reckon? Do you think that looks straightforward and easy? We did the trainers as well. Okay. Right, we're going to call it a day there, and we'll come back to that in the next one. But yeah, well impressed with that so far. What do you reckon? There we go. Thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, thank you very much. Please leave a like. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out and you can catch up when we're doing this again. I will aim to get this on my TikTok so we can see when this is being done. But for now, yeah, thanks for watching and hope to see you soon. We'll come back to this Varag on a later edition. Take care. Bye bye.